I can cook by myself. I can clean by myself. I can do my own laundry. The only thing I can't do is fuck myself, but I can jerk off. That's the only thing. No style. So what is your love language?
All of them.
All 5.
Yeah.
7.
I thought it was 5. It's 7? Where the fuck did we get 2 more?
Little things or whatever, but also for her, with her physical touch, not every physical touch has to be a sexual touch. And that was really big for her, because every time I touch her ass, my dick is getting hard. So I'm like,
Welcome back to another episode of Just Dad in the podcast. I go by the name of Chocolate Dad for the 3rd time.
It's your boy Stylez.
It's your boy Sai, aka Sai.
and it's your man 95. Welcome to another episode of Just That in the Podcast. Like we tell you every time, like, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a stranger, and tell that person that's next to them as well. You know what I'm saying?
Friend,
Spread
man.
love is the Brooklyn way.
No stranger.
Yeah.
I guess before we get, some formalities, some stuff out the way, right? Don't forget September 17th, we got that HBCU football game happening down in MetLife Stadium. Make sure y'all pull up. It's gonna be an OD vibe. More importantly than that, happy birthday out to my boy Jax.
Happy birthday.
Turning 2, baby.
Happy birthday to my boy Steph. He turned 3. What's up, big 3? We had a boshment from a boy.
Yeah, big things, man. I mean, we had to sweep up the money off the floor. It was a good time, you know what I mean?
Facts.
Yo,
So yeah, love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
but yo, I had another life-fearing situation in my life.
Steve's pool's only like 3 feet deep, bro.
4.
Yeah.
I upgraded.
4.
It wasn't that. It wasn't no water. I'm good. Fucking so like a couple weeks ago, me and my lady, we went out to eat at some little spot in Queens, some low key. Had hookah, music. It was a vibe.
What day did we? This is like a weekday? Because I wasn't invited.
Nah.
I wasn't invited
I
either.
didn't see nothing in the text.
Nah, let me tell you how this went. We was in Brooklyn. She was like, "Oh, I'm hungry." I'm like, "All right, let's go get." I'm like,
Let's go out to Chris Hood, right?
Nah. So
Wait, y'all was in Chris's hood. You left Chris's hood to go to other Chris's hood. And nobody got a call.
So we
Thanks.
went on TikTok real quick. I said, "Yo, this spot look fire. Let's go there." That was it, and we went there. That shit was actually fire. But now, while we was there, on the menu now, they had this these wings, super hot, spicy wings. So if you eat the wings, you get $500.
Oh.
So me, I'm like,
How many you gotta eat?
Finish them?
6. Gotta eat all the wings, all meat off the bone.
Damn.
So I'm like, that's an easy 500. I'm like, how?
Is it like that? You ever seen that one chip in that one bag?
You ever had
That's
that?
by itself?
Yeah.
You had that?
So look,
Hell, nigga,
nah.
so look, I'm Haitian, nigga. We don't do shit we not supposed
Yo,
to.
no,
So look,
pick-
so shit, me,
I
I
ain't
do.
Beakley's nigga. That's
not
that's
Beakley.
nothing
Nah,
else.
listen. I'm talking to Stephanie, like, yo, this shit light. Nigga, it's $500, but easy 500. So like, I eat the wings in 2 minutes.
Damn, 2
No
minutes.
water, no
I can't eat
nothing.
regular wings.
So I'm like, listen, it's gonna be hot. It's bust how hot it could be. I'm just gonna bust it down. We
I guess
good.
the faster the better.
Da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about this. It's a quick 500, son. We about to pay for this meal. We about like 500. I'm thinking the 500. So I'm like, all right. So I told the waiter, like, yo, I want to do it. She's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, why not?
So sign paperwork.
All right. Oh, that's what you know you don't
Everybody
If
like,
my food come with paperwork, I don't want it.
I say yeah, boom. She goes to the man. I saw my manager come, right? Everybody that worked there coming like, hey, you doing the work? So I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? Is like, so I'm like, yo, how many people done this shit already? Like, it's like, she said about 24 people.
I mean, you finished it.
How many finished? So 1.
Damn.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, so what's the most they got up to? Like, how many wings? So the most he sold was 4. I'm like, okay. Now I'm a little discouraged, but I'm like, I can't check it out now.
Nah, but remember,
I already signed the
hold on,
film.
not only that.
Yeah, I ain't
Well,
no
hold on. Not only that, remember, he said you ain't nobody gonna outwork you.
Yeah.
So you gonna work the wings,
Yeah,
huh?
exactly.
So I tried. So we sat there. They all came upstairs and she's like, you ready? So I'm like, all right, let's get it. So I'm ahead of like, so I'm reading the peppers because it give you description, not too much. It was like Scotch bonnet,
You know that.
jalapenos.
You know
Oh,
that.
each one is a different level.
No,
That's all-
It's
that's
all
all-
mix.
Uh-oh.
The one I knew I fucked up.
The Reaper?
Nah, it said Carolina pepper. Them shits is no joke. And it says after that, mix with other spices.
Nah.
That's where you fucked up at. But cool. I goes, come, everybody's around, be recording me. I actually gotta find this video. I'm gonna reach out to them and see if they can give me that video.
Probably tagged in the.
Nah, they ain't posted. I'm looking to see if they posted it. I goes, First,
Steph didn't record you?
nah, she was cheering me up, so I couldn't.
She was ready to do
I had
CPR.
focus. Yeah, because they said some people left. They had to call it the ambulance for some people that take it. I'm getting all these warnings. My dumb ass like, yeah, fuck that. I'm doing it.
Just like
Anybody gonna outwork
it's
you?
like the warning we gave you when you jumped in fucking 20 feet.
Yeah, but so I'm like, nah, it's over. So boom, the wings come out, a platter, real nice. They got
It had it on top of lettuce.
Nah,
bed of lettuce.
I think it had fucking
Cause you know lettuce
Little
soak up
parsley?
the little.
that shit was shit on the plate. Around the plate, the sauce was looked at. So they had gloves. I was like,
It's gonna burn your fingers there. That's,
I'm like, oh, this is no. What's in this joint? Bleach or something? What's in this? So I'm like, all right. He said, go. Boom.
Did they give you gloves?
Yeah, they eat the
That's
wings
how
with
they-
it.
Oh,
That's how
wow.
hot
I
it
thought
is.
they had on gloves.
No, I had to put on gloves. They
You want to
said
be sure
put
don't
on
go in your
gloves
eyes
before
or
you eat it.
something.
Boy,
should put on goggles too.
I took the first bullet. So this is my plan. My game plan was this: if I can eat 3 wings a minute, I'm good.
Let me ask you a question, right? Was it drumsticks and
It's mixed, and I try to go with
what I'm
drums.
saying, what you the drums first? Nah,
No. I try to do all drums first.
There's more meat on the drums.
It's easier to eat.
Yeah, you get right
The
through.
But the other shit just slide out. Pause.
and not when it's hot like that. You don't want to.
Nah, he's talking about you slide it before you even take the. Eat the
You
meat.
got 2 minutes, bro. You trying to be it's over.
Like all this money quarterback shit.
Yeah, I want to grab and just go. Like, but they mixed it. It was 3 and 3. So my mind, I was like, all right, bet. So I'm gonna do 3 wings a minute. I said after the first bite, I'm gonna know what's up. After the first minute, I'm gonna really know what's up. How many I got that? That's why I walked into it. First bite I took.
But you wasn't even thinking about the
question,
heat.
Another question. I know there's a lot of questions.
Yeah, you think-
Is there like a timer clock so you can
see it.
The guy sitting right there showing it, and he's shouting it out like
Okay.
15 seconds. Like he shouted it out every like 15 seconds.
All right. I'm not asking because I'm gonna do it. I'm just, I'm just trying to
Trying to put
visualize
yourself
it.
there.
What's up there? Like,
Boom. Time go. I went for the drum. I like drums first. I'm gonna go for the drum because I know with the drum, no homo. If you take a good bite, you can take off almost
Everything on
most
the
of
bone,
it.
yeah.
So I'm like, however hot it is, this first bite gonna let me know if I'm gonna stop right here or keep going. I bet. I'm like, oh, all right, it's hot. I knew that. It's hot.
Off the first one.
First one.
Damn.
Hot.
You were hot.
Hot.
I knew that.
I knew it, right? But I'm like, all right, I got this. I'm ahead of like 500, right? Hot 500. All right, boom. Bust the first one down, boom. They looked at me like, oh shit. Bust the second one down. I'm going. Boy, my shit in there going crazy.
This shit like fiesta.
Yo, that shit. So I went to the third one. At a minute, he said the minute mark. I'm like, I'm ahead of my.
Right on
I'm
time.
good. I'm missing. I'm
Halfway
good.
there.
Went to the fourth one.
Can't drink none either.
Can't drink 9. Went to the fourth one. I see it. It's like a minute 20.
Sweat just dripping down.
I was crying. Oh my God, I was just tears. And I even feel it. I just see shit dripping. I'm like, what's going on?
Where's water coming from?
it's just numb from the
I thought
heat.
they said no water.
Yo, son, I'm on the fourth one. After the fourth one, my shit just pouring like OD. I got the fifth one. I'm like,
What am I
over.
doing here?
I was like, it's over. And he's like, minute 40. I said, yo, it's over. I said, it's over. I grabbed the milk. I said, it's over. They bring milk to him. I grabbed the milk.
Was the milk enough?
Nah, I had like 4 more cups of that.
For a while,
The
right?
most milk I drank in my life.
I hate milk.
I hate milk. Son. Look, wait. Tell you the full story now. After that, I didn't get the bread, whatever. All right.
They don't even give you like 100.
Nothing. And you got to pay for the wings still, no? Like,
That's some bullshit.
Pay for the wings. I was like,
Oh, here's the bill. He's like,
so peep this, right? It's the first time I experienced in my life, right? It was so hot, right? After I ate it, drank the milk, warmed it down. I'm like, I bet I'm good. Like my mouth wasn't hot. It was hot, but like
you hot, yeah.
I had
now
to get
when you
up.
when you got a shit.
Nah.
That's what I'm wondering.
I had to get up.
Have milk.
No, wait. I had to get up. I said, I need to walk. I had a lot going on, like pressure. I had to walk outside. I mean, walking outside, no lie, I couldn't see. My eyes was burning. I swear to God. I'm outside like this.
how
I'm
hot it was
outside,
to your
holding to the
face.
gate like,
This nigga blind.
the security
blind.
outside like, yo, you need help? I'm like, yeah, nigga, come get me.
Yo,
They brought me
son.
inside, went to the bathroom. I'm throwing water in one of my face, pouring milk, drinking milk, all this in the bathroom.
Pour milk on your face.
Yeah, everything, nigga.
You got pepper sprayed at that
Listen,
point.
nah, it's get worse. I go back.
It get worse.
Yeah, it got worse. It got worse. I feel like I was good. I'm like, all right, go back upstairs. I'm sitting down and eat now. Boy, my mouth is fine, not hot. My face is on fire. I swear to God, I never felt this in my life. It felt like literally felt like my face.
Any of that
was in
sauce
a
I got
fire.
there, forget it.
Yo,
bro.
no funny shit, bro.
Yo.
You hate yourself. You
Yo.
hate yourself.
Listen,
because there's no way.
my cheeks, my nose, my eyes, everything was burning on my face, like excruciating.
It's like you said, it's like being pepper sprayed. Even if you ain't that
Son.
nigga that got pepper sprayed,
Listen,
the whip was around.
I think I don't even understand.
That shit is-
my
I don't
face
wanna understand.
was burning. I feel like it
Yo.
was ripping off. I'm like, what? Why did I do this to myself? Then my stomach started wilding. I threw up. I was good.
Yo, was it as hot going in as it was coming out?
Nah, when I shit, I was good. I think 'cause I threw up. I didn't get a chance
son,
to.
That's that milk and all that too.
Yeah, but
Everything.
I threw up. I threw up right in the spot. I think I had to go. I was sitting there because I know how to throw up. I felt my shit going crazy. Kung Fu. I was like, let me go to the bathroom now.
Crazy.
I said, I should go to the bathroom and prep this now because it's gonna be nasty when this shit come out. I came out with a straight fire out my
Yo.
shit. It was on the toilet.
Look at
Breathing out fire.
Yo, it was straight fire. Then I'm mad because I threw it up. That's when my mouth got super hot. I was like, damn.
Yo,
After this, I went back and I said, I said, baby, it's time to go. Wait, I ain't eat my food. I was like, we out. Pack that shit up to go. We out. But yeah, so I ain't gonna stop doing dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
MJ needs you, bro.
Yeah.
This
Yo,
is unacceptable.
man.
You know, daddy ain't no hoe. I tell you that. One day he go to school, he can say, daddy ain't no hoe. So yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yo.
Like daddy's a dragon now.
that I will never do. It's a spot called Cream in Ridgewood, Queens. It's right there.
funny. Graduate.
Carmel spot. Yeah, they try to kill me.
Nah, nigga, you gotta kill yourself.
You all right? They signed the papers and
They
everything.
came to you. Listen, the whole staff walked up to you and said, "Are you
I
sure?"
want that video. I want that video.
I want the video of them asking you, "Are you sure?"
I gotta get
And you was like,
I still got
"Yeah."
the 4 wings though. That's tough.
4.5.
4.5,
I took a
yeah.
bite of the fifth one. I ain't gonna lie. In my head, I'm like, if I had one more minute, I would have did it. But I was 26.
I wonder if the person who
I was like
the
that.
one person who completed it, if they still alive.
Nah, I'm sure he probably went to the hospital.
Probably is.
I told him, I said, yo, if I go to the hospital and when we get this bread, I don't fuck that. We good. But we didn't get
At the hospital, like, at least I won.
Yeah. Probably die. But yeah, so
moral of the story: stop doing irresponsible shit, man. We
Yeah,
got
we
kids.
too
That's
old for
fucking
that shit.
crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
it was cool.
Obviously, it was not.
I wouldn't recommend it to nobody to try that shit.
Please don't. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to do that shit.
Hot.
But y'all can't even ask you how the rest of the food was because you ain't had shit else.
Nah, you know what's crazy though? I felt after that, like I think it burnt all my fucking taste buds. like ever since then, I ate some hot food. Like the other day, that shit just like was like nothing.
You go back and do it. Then, get that
You gave yourself COVID symptoms.
I went the Wild Wings. I got the mango habanero shit. Ate them straight, and like I was good. I was like, all right.
So now you can go back and retry that shit.
Nah, I'm gonna put my
You know, I'm putting myself to that
Nah.
damn suffer.
nah.
That's too much.
That's crazy. I'm glad you didn't invite
Talking about
us.
today, yo.
Bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling the
come on
summertime
out with
vibes.
it, right? Huh? Just come
You
on.
got a post, right? You reference to a post.
Yeah, nah, we got that post, man. That shit was crazy. Yeah, open it up. Put it up for me.
Oh yeah,
Por
because I
favor.
Android.
Hey, don't be talking shit.
So which one open up?
Last one I sent you.
With the woman.
Yeah.
Most men, I won't say generalization. Most men like to get a woman that's already where she is so that he can just come on and join her ride.
Women have an issue where, okay, I'm building them up, and then they throw it in his face, oh, nigga, it wasn't for
I
me.
don't do that.
Who does that?
Women love building. Men don't like to build women. Men like to get. Most men. I won't say generalization. Most men.
Most men is heavy though.
All right,
Most men,
we're not gonna.
it's
watch
like
the whole thing.
so close to every nigga.
You know what I hear when I hear most men? Let's like on the lifestyle bar, 99.9%.
Yes,
That's what I hear.
I'm hearing
It's
all.
that, and then I'm looking at her, I wouldn't even deal with you. So it's like, you're not really talking about most men. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only man that feels that way. So
And she
then-
knows that because even in there, she says,
She
you
said it,
mean
yeah.
an old bitch with cats? And
Yeah,
she's like,
exactly.
motherfucker,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, smelling like Dan.
But just in case anybody in the audience might not have heard, right? So basically, Shorty is saying that women will build a man up, right? A woman will find a guy who she says she got off like the clearance rack or some shit and help them
Yeah, I like
elevate and
clearance
beat
rack
them
is crazy.
So
themselves
like,
up.
for
But
example,
men
that's-
won't do that for women,
like
which is bullshit.
Like Issa and
from
Insecure Lawrence.
Issa Lawrence. So she felt like Issa built up Lawrence because he was like that in that situation.
But I didn't
Or
find
like
that
somebody,
built up, though.
somebody like living at home with their moms and
regardless
and
of the facts, because like even like with Issa's thing, right? Issa didn't build up Lawrence. She was just there and they were maintaining one another. And
On the ride that he
right,
was having.
she just got fed up with him trying and not actually achieving. And obviously, fast forward years later, they end up together or whatever, right? Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched Insecure, you're a loser.
You be all right.
Get your life or whatever. But when she's saying that, most of what I'm hearing there, she's saying that women always are finding men like who are like projects, like they're not on a woman's level, so they have.
She's not saying they finding them, but I think that's exactly what's happening.
Well,
though.
that's what she's having, because what she says is that when they finally meet a man who's in the position that they would want, right? That man now was already married and doing whatever. Yeah, he's probably married to the shorty who was there riding with him when he was shooting in the gym. So what you're saying is you don't want to be worried about shooting with a guy in the gym. You want a guy, because vice versa, they say that they don't right. They want to find a guy going straight to the pros. But when it comes to them, men aren't helping build women up the way that women are helping build men up.
Ain't no one ever build me up though.
I see a few things here with that, right? A lot of things actually. All right, so like one, right? Why is it labeling it as like building someone up, right? Because I don't feel like that's in that building someone up. Because like if you was one way and you have a preference or a lifestyle and you with someone and the purpose of being with someone is to help them do better, help them improve. Mm-hmm. Ain't that a part of the process of dealing with somebody? So why is looked at as I'm building you up? We building each other. And I mean, if you feel like you're in a situation where you helping building this person giving nothing back to you, then that's different. Then you shouldn't be in that situation.
Yeah, you're doing your own self.
But it's like,
exactly.
But now it's like, if I'm this way, right? If I'm this way and I got knowledge about this, and that, and you don't, and I'm giving you this knowledge and you use it and apply it and capitalize it on, I'm not building you up. You were just smart enough to take what I...
That's the problem, yeah, because
but now,
how you put it,
is that now versus like, I'm building you up like, I'm buying your clothes. I'm like, I'm like sheltering you like you a child. Mm-hmm. Then that's on you, baby girl.
Mm-hmm. Like, I look at it like, I was looking at it like in a sense, like people love sitting there say like, yo, I built you or I made you up. You're doing whatever it is that's convenient for you in reality. It's like I look at a plate of food. You go to a restaurant, you go to a buffet, there's a bunch of plates of food on there. You just taking everything you like and put it on the plate so you can eat it until that shit makes your stomach hurt. And all of a sudden now you should have never ate it. But that's what's happening when people do with people. You see with somebody, you probably, I don't know, I'm just going to just throw it out. Like, let's say, you're dealing with the girl is dealing with the guy. Yo, he's handsome, he's attractive in some type of way to you. Probably blazing the cheeks. Then you like, oh, this is good. Then he's like, oh, I like him, he got a good personality. So now you start, in your mind, you building him up. But all you're doing is just, you're enjoying whatever is coming with that person. And all of a sudden now, like, oh, I want him to get more money because you want him to get more money because you want him to take you out more. You want him to build with you or whatever you got going on. Mm-hmm. It's not the fact that you're building anybody. You just want that person to be on the same level. But then that's on you then. And find somebody else on that level. Yeah. I'm big on like, yo, if shit don't work, it don't work. Like, yo, you ain't got to make that shit work.
On the flip side of it, I kind of understand what they mean by like building somebody up. And I don't look at it as like, I found you in a homeless shelter. I said, all right, let me take this shorty.
That's the shame part of it, because you talking like it's that. Yeah, like, you don't want to sleep on.
So I don't really feel like in the literal sense, but there are in ways that you're supposed to be able to build each other up. But I feel like a lot of times, and more often than not, we see it when it's publicized as women are doing it for men, where
it's always been the case for men.
Well, not always, but women are known or it's theorized that they like to, like take care of men or like make them a project. Like when you met the guy, he was only wearing, his waist is a 32, but he was wearing size 36 baggy ass pants, and he was wearing basketball shorts under his jeans all the time. And you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't know how to do laundry.
But again, you did it because of your preference, because a girl that don't mind that.
Right, there isn't. But that's what I'm saying. But like a lot of women would see that and say, all right, cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they want to take care of this guy and say, all right, look, now I'm gonna show you how to get the right clothes. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you how to find clothes that actually fit you, how to shop. I'm gonna show you how to do laundry, what goes in what, because you don't know what his life has been like. So you doing these sort of things or whatever. So you kind of like training him. Like, oh, I'm gonna show you how to do a couple of quick meals or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, it's a mutual benefit situation where like you're showing him these things, so now he could do a little bit more for you.
Yeah, now you can take the dog out the house.
But but the issue is, like you said before, right? People take that and throw back in their face and say, okay, well, if it wasn't for me, then I'm the one who sent you that job application link. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one who was dropping you off at work every day, then still going back across town. So if it wasn't for me, you would have had that job or got that promotion, or you know what I'm saying? I'm the one who bought you your first plane ticket to go someplace. And then for me, all that is you are being a hypocrite, because if you didn't want to do that for somebody, then don't do that. Already, yeah. And then what she's saying is she finds, or allegedly when women find a man who can hold his own, then she or the women like her have already been through a bunch of guys who they didn't feel like could hold it on. But that's just up to you. Like you said, you go to a restaurant, you ordered the food that you wanted. If you didn't like it, don't eat it. Send it back. Go try something else or whatever. And the other part of that, and you guys will talk a little bit more on this too, right? Is that men don't do it vice versa from women. I feel like it's both ways.
But the standard of where they always say a man is a provider and protector, that's what you're doing anyway. Like that's already been on the application, I guess, when I came out the womb, that's what I was supposed to be doing. So then all of a sudden now it becomes weird now when another person is, or not say another person, a woman is doing it. All of a sudden now it's like you're doing something so miraculous where you're not really doing anything more than what people, the reality you gotta do, whatever people, reality, I realize people are fucking selfish. At the end, they claiming it in themselves that they're doing something for the other person, but you're only trying to get the best out of it for you. And it goes in every shape or form. Respectfully, even us in a certain kind of level, you're not going to be around people if they sucking something out of you. And that person's going to be around you more if they're getting something out of being around you all the time. So like I said, even with her saying that, even with men, it's men that will take care of their woman because they love to say, women like to say, oh, I love a man to take care of a woman, but then there's some men that take care of you so that he had power over you. So that's the selfishness of it. And I think the same thing happens when a woman said, they say you're building him up because I don't need no woman to build me up. I don't want it. I don't need it. Like, don't do it. Because and the other side is, I'd be damned that because you put some clothes on my back that you did really that much for me. Like let's be real. Anybody can roll over and get some clothes.
Yeah, I go steal them shits.
Huh? Exactly. If you could go, you see people ransacking spots. So don't make it. You didn't build me up because you put clothes on my back. Like what really is the reality? What is building up?
But honestly, people misconstrue or whatever. Like showing you, I'm teaching you something. I'm showing you this because I want to do it. Versus like, oh, I showed you this and like, yeah, yo, like, because people always looking for like props and want to take credit. Like, oh, if you like, it's like, yo,
yeah.
Like that's what only can boil down to. Like you gotta meet, and it's funny because like as soon as we say like don't just if somebody you don't like you want to do that, don't do it. No, they want to do that because they want to keep taking the credit.
Exactly.
They want
selfishness against something. They want to feel good about themselves.
And those women like that will never meet somebody that on their own and get because they can't handle control that.
I had this conversation with let me be honest, my brother. So a couple years ago. There was this job hiring, and he know a girl that worked there. So he asked around, and she said, "Oh yeah, we're hiring." She said, "Oh, my little brother's looking for a job." So I sent him my resume. I got the interview. Ended up getting the job. So he said to me one day, he said, "Yo, I got you a job." I said, "Bro, you didn't get me a job because you didn't go on the interview."
No,
like,
exactly.
I got myself a job. I went on the interview. I did what I said, what I had to say. I talked about my experience.
Because if I bombed the job, was I still going to get it because of you? No, it doesn't work that way.
He helped you get a job because he pointed you in the direction.
Yeah.
But it's the same, like, age-old saying, right? You can lead a horse to water. So I can show you 1,000,001 things. I can show you how to play cards. I can show you how to do whatever. Shit, I can show you how to fucking rob a goddamn bank. But if you don't walk in that motherfucker and ask for the money, you ain't really do shit. And when you decide to go and do that, I didn't make you do it. I'm just saying, listen, I'm giving you opportunity to show you how to do some shit. And that's what's going to be. But like we mentioned many a time before on this podcast, all relationships should have a benefit to it in both directions. It should be a mutual benefit. It may not be a 50-50, even if you're only getting 10% out of a relationship, but that 10% is what you need out of it, and that person is getting 90% or whatever, it's mutually beneficial. So I
don't think it should be a materialistic benefit, though.
No, it doesn't have to be materialistic.
It has to be.
It could be something as simple as like, yo, like, all right, you send us quotes and you do quotes and things of that sort, right? Sometimes somebody might need to hear that shit. But of all the things in the relationship that we gain, if we just gained that quote from you, that's not a lot, but it might mean a lot to somebody else. And now you're going to say, that person gained clarity. I gave you clarity?
Yeah, no, and that's not how it works.
So the situation that I was in, right, in the past, like when it first started out, it wasn't really... Like it was cool. Like everyone was doing that thing. She had like a little savings account. She was a little up, when I met her, working and everything. And then once, like after time progressed, then we end up getting serious. It's like all that the account became low. Like I'm still making good money. The account came low. Mm-hmm. Stopped going to school. Now you left your mom's crib to stay with me. And then it's like, bro,
Got comfortable.
you got comfortable. And it's like, I'm sitting there like, and I asked her, I said, bro, like, what are you bringing to the table? Like, how are you making me better? Like, I can cook by this crib was here before you got here.
Mm-hmm.
I can cook by myself. I can clean by myself. Mm-hmm. I can do my own laundry. The only thing I can't do is fuck myself, but I can jerk off. That's the only thing I can't do, but I can jerk off. And I'm not even getting that out of you. So, like, what are you bringing to the table?
Yeah.
And she tried to flip the script. She couldn't really answer. Like, there was nothing she could tell me that she
I bet you I know what she
bringing.
said to you.
What?
Oh, but you know, I left my mom's house for you.
No,
people say that.
No. You didn't leave nothing for me.
No, I didn't say it's true. I didn't say it's true.
I'm telling you, she knew not to say that. Bitch, you didn't leave your house for nobody because I didn't tell you to come here.
Was the invite?
Like, no, she just had nothing to say. Like, she's trying to flip the script. Like, oh, why do I have to? No, yes, this is a mutual situation. Like, we both have to bring something to the table. I'm putting gas in my car, taking you here, taking you there. We go, now I'm spending money. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? It sounds selfish. Yeah, but fuck it is selfish.
It's not selfish though, because you gotta be honest. Like, all right,
You don't want to be used either. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Because quite honestly, at the bare minimum of
Give me some sex.
You fucking me.
You wasn't hey, y'all together,
Son.
So you know what's, and that's even worse because it's not like, oh, you at your mom's and you got to make your way over
It's
here.
jail
fuck
at
me.
that point now.
You're here in the bed with me. You still not fucking me.
You locked
now
up.
you really gotta just. You're just.
Go,
now
bro.
I'm cheat. Well, how they say yo?
But then it's jail because you shouldn't. But then you jail. You might as well just go.
You should
You don't want to go, I'm gonna go
Waste
cheat.
man, bro.
Yeah.
That's
But-
crazy.
But on the flip side,
situations, it's not, and I didn't feel
But that's not
like,
considered building up, though. You wouldn't call it that.
I didn't build her up. She
But
built
she's tearing
herself
you down.
Like, she
being
was,
torn
she was,
down.
I thought she was built up. You understand? But I'm saying that to say this.
facade.
I'm not personally staying in a situation where I know there's no benefits. And that sounds crazy. That sounds fucked up.
No,
that
it does
you gotta
not.
benefit from somebody, but it's like we benefit from each other.
But it's that's what I'm saying.
It's a
so
two-way
I think
street.
that notion that you have is no. I don't agree with it. Like, it's not fucked up. It's not. It's a relationship. Like, we are here together. Like so what's supposed to happen? You just thought you was coming to a fucking free homeless shelter or some shit?
No, you
just
can't
getting
do that.
everything
No.
you want, and
Yo,
then
you get from you come home from work. They get to
And then
stay
on top
the
of
same
that,
couch.
I promise
watching
you,
the same
let me
series.
ask you something.
On episode 60, starting
Steve,
with one.
Let me ask you something. Real shit, right? Right? She was giving up the cheeks. But I promise you, she would have came out the shower and she would have came up to you and you would have told her no. All of a sudden, oh, this nigga's out here cheating. This nigga, da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not balanced. And that's a very toxic fucking situation to be in.
Yeah,
like,
that's
and like I said, you might not.
I'm happy
She's
for
in
you. Happy
school.
about that situation.
Yeah, I'm happy you escaped, man. You don't want to be in jail like that.
Yeah, I broke out. I had to, bro.
Because that's and a lot of people deal with that type of shit. And I mean, men do that to women too. Like, there's men who fucking, we talked about before, right? Kind of like them same type of niggas who don't have no real jobs, don't really do nothing or whatever. And then, like, project families, quote unquote, not to hate on anybody from the project, but we know what we mean with those certain.
Hold on, nigga.
Let me tell you what what we're talking about.
Hey, nigga, hold on.
Well, we just shut up. We talk about in the past, right? Like, think about it. When people have
I ain't
kids,
talking about shit with you.
here we go.
I'm listening.
Deny. Like, when people who use the system or whatever are benefiting from the system, right? And they can keep on fucking and having babies because, like, another baby's gonna be another check from the government or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Fact,
shit
yo.
like that. But there's some guys who's out here fucking the shit out of women, giving them fucking 80 minutes of fucking dick, and that woman is not going nowhere because when she come home, the nigga might wash the dishes here or whatever, but then she'll bring this nigga home a PS5 or some shit. And so the nigga like, I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna keep fucking the shit out of her.
They always
She
end
gonna
up
keep
like,
giving me
but they
some
end up like
shit.
that shorty though, because
Simple tactic,
it
It
happens
like chicks
anyway.
good.
It's short term. It's a
And
short term
in those
solution.
instances, I can see
Good.
I can see where she thinks her point is going. Where he's like, yo, I got this nigga in the crib trying to build him up. He's not really doing nothing. He don't want to work a job because he's talking about he don't like people. So I try to get him maybe some work from home shit, but then the nigga don't know how to turn on the Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? But when I come home, the nigga rub my feet and fucking blow her back out. So she's like, fuck it, at least I'm getting
So
that
you
shit out of
stayed
it.
long enough because you was getting something out of the situation.
Correct.
Until you felt that person wasn't growing past that situation
So she
anymore.
realized her account was overdrawn.
Exactly.
I can't do
That's
this
all
shit
it is.
anymore.
No. More importantly, right? What people do, I think we all do this. People ignore the red flags when they first see them.
No, not me. Not me.
No.
No.
So that same day you asked Shorty that shit, you was clipped that day?
It was downhill from there, bro. That same day
was
she
it clipped? Was it clipped?
Yeah, not
that same day.
Not that
It should
same
have been
day.
clipped right there, Mr. Red Flag.
But I didn't ignore them. I worked off of them. I seen them, and I'm like, oh yeah, nah, this ain't going nowhere far. We gotta, like, it's either we gonna figure it out or I'm out. Like,
all right. So I'm saying overall, most people see the red flags and know was there, and they still ignore them until it's.
so here goes the
time.
most people shit again. Most people.
No, most people. That's the truth.
That is the truth.
That's like all, bro. That's like 99.9%.
All right, fuck
It is.
7.7.
Use that one. You have 0.0%, 0.01%.
A lot of. All right, let me change my choice of word selection for
Steve.
over here. a large selective few
Yeah.
won't ignore the red flags, and it's like that's what it comes to. People don't ignore it. People don't ignore it because they be blinded to it, thinking that they could fix it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. You can't fix a red flag really, depending on the red flag. If it's something that you know is severe, like, all right, this person, like, once somebody is like conditioned in a certain way, you can't take them out of that environment or mode like this. Example. There's people that's drug addicts. You can't come a drug addict by, yo, get clean by tomorrow. You got 30 days to get clean. Somebody that been a drug addict for 20 years. They've been on the same job for 20 years. I think 30 days is enough time to get them to snap out of that habit. It's impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, some people do it. I mean, not impossible. Some people do it, yes. But how common it's not. You can't walk into, like, listen, like imagine something that you do for 20 years. Somebody say, yo, stop this. You got 30 days to stop this. You know what I'm saying? So that's like relationship. People come in and people got red flags and show they've been conditioned in doing that for so long. It's up to you to determine, is this fixable? Or that's just what it is.
I look at red flag the same way as like street lights, right? Like yellow is caution, right? Red flag is like, all right, hold on. Like you really got to stop and look at what the fuck is happening right now. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, like in like rural areas, you might get a flashing red light. So you notice that, all right, something is happening, but let me just verify what's happening right now. But there's some people who blow through red lights and they just don't give a fuck because they feel like, hey, listen, as long as I can keep on going, then it's not stopping me. But you said, you can't ignore those things. Those things are there, or whatever, right?
I think every flag for me is something I can't ignore. Whether
damn,
it's yellow, red, green. Because you know what it is? The green light is always good. But then at the same time, too, is that green light is just like when you wrote a green light in certain spots, do you still just run through or you still be cautious when you're crossing it? Because sometimes people do things that, oh, that's great, that's dope, but a lot of people do the same thing that everybody else does. Like, oh, you listen to me. Yeah, the last person listened to you. So how'd you end up here? So you blew past that green light.
But that might not been the floor though.
But exactly. But then at the end of the day, I'm watching it anyway because at the end of the day, it's easy to just sit there and say, oh, I like that person that's listening to me. But then the other side, they don't know anything about me. Like I said before, it's like you could communicate all the time. Yeah, you listening, but then you still don't know nothing about me. So then now it's a yellow flag. But then the red flag is something else.
Nah, they hear you, they ain't listening.
Huh?
They hear you, but they're not listening.
Deep for me.
Me,
I ain't going that deep. I ain't gonna lie.
Me, I go deep because at the end of the day, I don't want my time wasted. At the end of the day, and I'm like I said before, I'm big on the cutoff game. I don't mind it.
I should
walk around with passes.
Nah, bro. If I was about to be 40, I'd do the same thing.
Yeah, son, that's how I'm about to be 40 because that's stress.
Play the second clip for us.
Drum roll, please. So this is, I guess, in response to.
I don't know if it's in response, but when I saw it, I thought about it like that.
I got a question for the women.
They can hear this shit.
Yeah,
This is
hold
what
on.
I want to know.
Oh shit, I paused it.
That when you meet a man who ain't got shit, ain't got no car, ain't got no job, and ain't got his own place, why do you women bend over backwards, go out your way to take care of that man? But when you meet someone who got his shit together, got a car, got a crib, got a good job, he's not rich, but he can sustain himself, you know what I'm saying? But the first thing you do to that man is say, let me have, let me hold something. But that dude who ain't got shit, you would empty your bank account to take care of him.
I mean,
I think that kind of goes with what I was mentioning before, right? It's like that nigga who probably ain't got shit is sleeping 14 hours a day. So when she come home, that nigga got nothing but energy, been doing push-ups all day. So he's fucking her for a fucking 2 hours. But a nigga who got to go to work, got to do all the other shit. You know what I'm saying?
All that shit is situational, right? In the sense,
yeah, of course,
situational in the sense of like versus a guy who ain't got shit, right? Because it's like, now you can be unemployed, having hardships, can't figure it out, you know. All right, it's a difference. It's a lot of different areas you can hit. If you meet a guy, he unemployed and shit, he fucked up from the start. You're probably not gonna prolong even dealing with him.
Mm-hmm.
If like you got with him and like shit was okay, then like a couple months later he loses his job, and like you said he's a good person. I feel we could work through this, but it's been like a year now. He have no job, you know. That's down when you get frustrated with it, like hey, like what's really going on. But if nigga not ambitious enough or want to get up and go like get a bag or something, like it's over. You know what I'm saying? You at that point you shouldn't sit around for that longer. But now on the flip side, if you got to do establish like they said not rich, whatever, you want to like look out. That only applies to women I felt who's just taking care of somebody prior, because it's not every woman, it's not most women. It's just not small percentage, but a good percentage that's like that, and other percentage of regular women that's not like that will meet that guy and will walk in and tell like, oh shit, this is a breather. I could breathe.
Yeah.
We can do this together now. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot easier. So it really just depends on the type of woman that is.
Yeah,
like,
and it depends on like most people don't understand. It's like for all the single people out there, it like you go to a bar looking for. It depends on where you're meeting these people at, bro. There's really like you might go to a museum and meet, you know, phenomenal woman, son. You might go to the park or something, but you in a nightclub, everyone's on the same mood. We trying to fuck. Like, you might not meet you, and I'm not saying you won't, but you might not meet the person you're looking for in that environment, bro. Mm-hmm. You probably meet somebody on the subway on the way to work, bro.
Yeah.
People be looking for love in all the wrong places. You in Scarlet.
See, that's the thing. I don't feel like people misconstrue. People not looking for love.
Exactly.
People are looking for like and want. Like if like back in my heyday, huh?
My fucking just be lonely.
It is.
And that'd be the other side.
But it's not really love though, because I feel like if you would like back in my heydays, when I would go to the club, like Steve said, like I'm not looking to fall in love with Cinderella tonight. I'm looking to I was trying to.
But you get in the club,
fall in love for the night, nigga. But
you bag something, and then that's the person you end up starting to talk to. You understand? And then
no, I get that, but my initial goal is not like, yo, I gotta find the love of my life here tonight. No, I'm trying to find the best bitch I can get tonight to try to get some ass. And if it leads to some other shit, leads to some other shit.
And I think that's the thing too. Like even like me being dating or whatever, girls were like, oh, what are you looking for? I was like, I'm just trying to see where this goes. Like, because reality is I could turn around and say, I'm looking for a girl. Guess what? I can find one. I can have somebody tomorrow like, I want you to be my girl. Okay, it ain't hard. No.
From the Himalaya.
It's not even hard. No, pimping ain't
pregnant? Let me turn this.
Pimping ain't she be a girl. She be mine. But then that don't mean she do anything for me. I could be like, yo, this is the worst chick I ever could have met.
So explain when you say you looking when you actual.
Because you just let people be people. While you dealing with a person, you getting to know them, you figuring them out, and then eventually you start seeing qualities in them that you want to be around longer.
All right, now this is about to be you right now.
Yeah. So this is gonna be about me?
Yeah, hell, you made it like that.
You made it about you. You said you're a pimp.
Yeah.
I didn't say I was a pimp.
No. I didn't never say that. Don't do that. We on camera. Don't do that. It should lie.
So what qualities are you looking for?
That was about to ask him. Like,
we here with it. What qualities that you looking for a woman to be like in your relationship with someone?
I mean, one has got to be the confidence. Because I ain't got no time building somebody else's confidence.
What kind of confidence?
Like,
in what sense?
Just period. Like, yo, you on your grind, you on your hustle, your physical, all that stuff. Because at the end of the day, that's just getting in the way of me really getting to know you.
Okay, all right. Confidence. All right.
Too old to be building somebody up. Continue.
Definitely like your personality. You gotta have I gotta be able to talk to you. Can I have a conversation? The big thing for me overall is your sensitivity level. Because a lot of things is that people have a tendency of changing everything you say. Because you're so sensitive. It's not my problem, it's your sensitivity. So
but now, if you know somebody that's a bit sensitive than what you are normal to, you want to adjust that on probably.
No, I'm not.
Probably no. So I'm
not doing that.
Change
I got no time for that.
No, but it's just being considerate of somebody else's feelings.
Yeah, but then the thing is, I realize with the most sensitive women, particularly, they're the ones with the most mouth. Like they're the ones that will quickly say the most wildest, craziest things. And then when you respond back, how can you say those things to me? But you've been saying the wild shit to me this whole time. So again, that comes with the confidence. When you confident, you know in the sense where you sit with, and you tend to not be so sensitive about certain subjects.
What about security?
Huh?
Security.
As far as
like their sense of security.
Yeah,
I understand you're saying with confidence, but like they can be confident in how they look and how they move or whatever, but secure, like you said, like you talked about
like not having any insecurities.
Not even just insecurities, secure in their life. Like I don't want you to hit me up. We dating for a week, talking about. Yo, I hate to ask you this.
Oh, nah, see that I don't want to be needed.
Set up. Like,
I don't want no chick that needs me. I don't want you. Don't need me. I'm not impressed by being needed. I don't want you on my line all the time.
I know this is the Stylez interview. That's no problem with that.
Nah, we ain't gonna keep it too long because I'm starting to get heated because I'm a little ruthless.
But that's one thing. That's one thing with me. I've always said, like in past relationships, like I don't need you.
That's what I
don't need anybody.
Bitch, I don't need you.
Because, like you said before, like I don't like the only thing I can't do for myself is fuck myself. If that's all I need, I can just fucking go find somebody to fuck and be going about my business.
Honestly, even at some point in time,
need is extremely important. I want you.
Because even if you talking about just fucking something for a while, even at that point, it comes. What is it at that point? You bust a nut, you go on your way, you carry on with your life. But then it's like, yo, it's trash to be sleeping with somebody you don't like. So back
in my days,
back in your days, but you ain't back in your days anymore.
Yeah,
back in those days, yo, when you was younger, that's all you was trying to do. You're a young boy trying to get your dick wet. But when you're a grown ass man, this is a point in time. There's so much other things that's going on.
Now, I binge you a grown man, like you speaking on that tone. So you being a grown man, you won't compromise in the relationship?
Nah, my time and space is I'm compromising because. Whatever I'm compromising, no, let me say, I'm not. Because whatever I'm compromising, I'm doing it for the other person. How about we both don't compromise for each other?
I both compromise.
Because the thing is, I'm cool with compromising my time and space. Like, yo, because guess what? I go to work, blah, 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 this and that, I fit in, and I find room in between that time.
Square.
No. Nah, I like that. But nah, the reality is, everybody's going to do whatever it is. Let's say you're dating a woman with a child. She's not compromising she's got to compromise her time and space because she has a child, so she knows she pick up the child after school, blah, 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 this and that. I understand that compromise, but guess what? She doesn't stop being a mom. She doesn't stop having experience. People have a bad habit of calling people's experience baggages, and I hate that. The reality is everybody has luggage, because every time you went on a trip, damn, I forgot my underwear. Next trip, what you do? You bring new luggage. Now you come in with more drawers the next time. It's not baggage. You learn from the last thing you did. But people love calling it baggage because they don't like it. But then what becomes the baggage is that you tell someone to compromise your personality. No, all my experience is my personality.
They try to put their stuff in your luggage.
Exactly. But then not only that, they trying to you have your luggage. You telling them no, you forgot your toothbrush. You wasn't on that trip with me. I was on that trip by myself. I dealt with that person. This is why I am who I am. Mm-hmm. And then it's just like what I said before. Even as a parent, even if it's just dadding, when we have a habit of telling kids what we do, we always give our kids everything we didn't have. But we say fuck the person that we are today. The reason why you are who you are is because all the things that you might not like, that you boot yourself up to be something else. Yeah. Same thing in your relationship. You didn't like something in your last relationship. It's not baggage. You didn't like that shit. But then a new person comes around and wants you to start telling you like, oh, why you gotta be that way? Because I didn't like it when I went through it. Mm-hmm. So now my new luggage is packed. Like, yo, I was in a damn knapsack. Now I got a damn Gucci bag. You can't hate on my up. So regardless of like why I say there's securities and confidence, and I said, only a confident person. I get that when I'm dealing with somebody. I know you went through some shit. I'm confident enough that I ain't gonna be that nigga.
So since this episode is getting to know Style, so what is your love languages?
All of them.
All 5?
Yeah.
7.
I thought it was 5. It's 7? What the fuck did we get 2 more?
Whatever the test I did, it was like 23%. Or something like that on all, and then I forget whatever it was. The last.
You put right in fact, like mine is
I've done
mine. Like I have 2 that I know that are top, but
I could just know. Like I just know because I know me. All right, so your love language is all 5. So I was listening to the radio the other day, and I didn't even realize till listening to the radio that your love language is definitely different from someone else's, but you can look for someone else, like you can want someone else's love language.
I can see you. I apologize. They're all 5. My bad.
Yeah, I knew what I was talking about. Yeah, you ain't have to Google that. Yeah. So. You
know it's bad. I don't like when I see you sitting everywhere there. I feel like I'm on the damn look at the air because he's leaning. Look at the posture. Why you posture like that?
There's 5, right? And like for me, I know my love language, but I didn't know that you could want your partner like you would want that love language from your partner, but not for you. You understand?
No, I know what you're saying. Like say you whatever your two are is the way that you want to be loved, but you can't love them that way. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And that was a hard reality for me too. Like me and Becca had one of the times we had like one of our rare like all
Sit down.
Not even sit down, but like we going through like a rough half, like a week. It was a lot going on. Like my work schedule, so I wasn't seeing them. I was only seeing them like twice a week or whatever. Because by the time I got home, they were already out the house. By the time they got home, I was already out the house. So it was just a lot going on, and realizing that like I'm like she's like, oh, what's the issue? I'm like, yo, like I like this, and this. And the reason why I'm doing like, I'm gonna work extra hard, I'm gonna come home, I'm gonna kill myself, do all of this. And she's like, yeah, but then you be tired. I'm like, yeah, I wanna eliminate all of the shit in the house because my love language is quality time. So if I get rid of doing all of this shit, no matter how tired I am, at least I get like an hour with you. But then she's like, that doesn't work because when I get that 1 hour with you, her language, one of hers is physical touch. So it doesn't have to just be sex, about just like, she wants to be like touched or handheld or affection or whatever. That's not my normal thing or whatever. So when I'm there for an hour, I'm like, shit, I only got an hour, so I'm gonna just do it real quick. And if I get some ass, I gotta go work in the morning. So she's like, you realize like, you're trying to love me through your love language. It's not working. Yeah. And I told her, and we had a long conversation about that.
I realized
that the other
day, bro. Cause I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like my love language is all 5. But I know for sure Tia doesn't have all 5. And I know one of her love language is not affection. Like, it's just not. Like, she is affectionate in, like, her own way. But, like, I like physical touch. Like, if I'm laying next to you, I want you to rub on me and all that. But she doesn't do it. She used to when I first started messing with her. But I know that's something.
She's trying to get some ass. Now she got your ass.
Yeah, she was trying to hit. Now she hit. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, but I realized that, you know, even though that's my love language, I can't force my love language on her.
Right.
Let me ask you a question, because I ain't gonna lie, this whole love language, I never even heard of this shit, no lie, until we had the episode like last season when I spoke about it.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
it's a very. I think
so. What's the 5 love language?
I just recently looked at it. So
all right, go ahead.
Well, yeah, just I want to make sure
time, physical touch,
gifts,
gifts,
act of service.
That's basically
words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch.
I like all 5, bro. That's me, all 5.
Yeah, mine,
like 4. I don't know what the one I did.
Mine was split through all 5. But what I did,
how did you do? It's like a website or some shit.
Yeah, you can just Google it and do and it asks you questions. You know, it's psychological. It asks you questions, and it does that. What you guys should do, like guys should both do it at the same time, and that way you can look at your answers like at the same time. So that way you don't have time to really think about it or whatever. Like just really look and see or whatever. So when we did that, hers, I mentioned before, right, is words of affirmation and physical touch. Mine were all 5, but after when I realized it was all 5 or whatever, I went through each one and then I ranked them, my number one is quality time.
See, I never ranked them. I just feel like for me, all 5 are like
all the same.
All the same. I never I can't.
You got me thinking about that shit about myself now.
I can't rank them, and like.
But the ranking is not permanent because it might be like so my quality time increases when I'm on like right now I'm on my swing, right? I just did 7 days, so I'll be off for 5. So right now, quality time is extremely important to me because I have more time to be able to spend with my family or do things together. So it's gonna move up a little bit. Yeah. When I'm working, more than anything else is quality acts of service. And for me, acts of service is like when I come home, if I'm leaving money for the laundry card, detergents in the house or whatever, let's just get the laundry done. Even if you don't fold it, let's get the laundry done because I don't want to have to wait till I'm in the shower trying to get a clean fucking towel. It's like it doesn't make no fucking sense to me. But I know hers don't fluctuate. No matter what, she likes words of affirmation. No matter what, she's in school. She wants me to check in how school is doing, making sure she's okay. You know what I'm saying? Not just about the kids. And she loves to be touched on. If I'm in the kitchen or she's in the kitchen cooking or whatever, if I'm going to the fridge, I'm gonna rub my dick on her ass on the way to the refrigerator.
Your face and motorboating.
That's a lot. I gotta get on the floor, get back up. It's not even sexy.
These knees ain't what they used to be.
Nah, when she's sitting on the couch, I gotta go plug in my charger. Definitely, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But little things or whatever. But also for her, with her physical touch, not every physical touch has to be a sexual touch.
Facts.
And that was really big for her because every time I touch her ass, my dick is getting hard. So I'm like, yo, I'm saying, what's up? But I understand. It's like, yo, like, she just finally just wants a hug, you know, when she comes in the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she comes out the shower, it doesn't have to always be multiple and grabbing her titties.
Right, hold on, so
it just kills me
back to style.
the fact that
she like, nah.
It kills me that the fact that when Tia come into the house, because I'm always there, most of the time I'm there before her, because I pick up Steph from school and then, you know, we go home. She get off work a little bit later. She always gives Steph a hug and a kiss before she give it to me. That shit kills me. Why does it kill me, or why does she do that?
Both.
I don't know why she do it, because you feel me?
Asked her?
Nah, she just, I don't know.
She gonna see this now and she gonna give you an answer.
Yeah, hopefully she give me a fucking answer. But she know about me because I tell her like, yo, how you greet him before you greet me? Like,
that's a kid, man.
No, that's her baby.
So you feel like, all right, is Steph the first person she sees?
No, we could be right next to each other.
Oh.
So you feel away.
Like she'll skip over me, kiss him, and then kiss me. Like, no, I don't want you to kiss them.
I don't want to kiss your dirty lips before I kiss my baby.
Why you wanna go first?
Why? Because she should love me more. I was here first.
So her kissing significant.
That's selfish.
Who loves?
It is.
She loves the kid more.
I know. She do love her kid more than me.
All right, and that's a problem for you.
I don't think that's the case. She loves her kid differently than you.
Yeah.
It could be.
That's why you nasty.
Because you think about like a mom, like all right, you're the lion, she's the lioness, right? And that's your cub, right? But the mama lion is always gonna make sure the cub is fine or whatever. So I get that. Like, a lot of times in the house, more than anything, like Jax just run to the door first, period. So I ain't getting up, whatever. But Becca does that too. Like, she'll greet the kids or whatever, and then come and greet me or whatever. And I used to think about it like, yo, like, shit, like, if it wasn't for me, like, wouldn't even be here.
She'll ask me, did he eat? Did I eat? I'm fucking starving all day.
But he's dependent on you to eat. You can eat if you want to eat. So she's not worried like, well, you're not going to pass out. After the first time, I think you learned your lesson.
But in the day, kids is kids. You know, kids, that's a valid question. Me, I feel like that too. I think about it because sometimes MJ would be in the phase where he would eat, even though he with me.
Well, he won't eat.
Some days he won't eat, or like he eat a little. Some days he be on some savage mode. So accent, because simple answer could be like, he ate, but it wasn't that much though. Mm-hmm. Or yeah, he ate a lot. Or you know, it could go either way. Because kids is kids. Kids
right now, that's a very big question in our house because
he saw because they go teddy bear.
She not. It's tension that we both share. What happened was after we had COVID in December and Jax had it, right? It changed his eating habit. Yeah, it changed his eating habit and his palate.
How you on this summer, nigga?
Nah, during Christmas, y'all wasn't.
I was.
What the fuck you wasn't? Oh, you was? Yeah. You reckon you didn't get that shit?
Yeah, that's the story.
So he does not eat very often. He's primarily on like liquids and snacks or whatever. So when he does eat, he'll eat like a lot. Like he'll eat like a plate of food. But it's very worrisome because he'll go 2-3 days and not eat nothing solid. You know, and it's going to the doctor's appointment. They're like, in some instances, it's natural. You know what I'm saying? Kids go through that phase where they're not growing as much or they don't intake as much. But sometimes he just doesn't want nothing, period. So as a dad, I'm like, as a parent, not even as a father, as a parent, I'm like, yo, like, it's fucking scary. So I'll come in the house and he'll see me or whatever. And before I even kiss, I'm like, yo, do you know if he ate today? Or do we ask the daycare if he ate today? And then we both do it to each other. And we be like, yo, like, damn. But now it's kind of like.
They don't feed these kids, bro.
Nah, my daycare, shout out to Little Pumpkins Daycare. They fucking feed the hell out of these kids.
He eats at breakfast and he'll probably get food at noon, but he leaves there at 5. Like, you gotta give him
another one.
Nah, they'll get breakfast, they'll have lunch, and their dinner is at 4. And then they go and play. They give him their food at 4. And you know what? The reason I realized that because when he was eating a lot better when he was a little bit younger, we would come home, we would have dinner, and he'd be like nothing. I'm like, yo, what? I'm like, yo, is he eating? Like, yeah, he had a whole plate of rice and peas and shit before we left. Like, oh, that's fucking why. This motherfucker's full. And he started shitting at night. And we're like, oh, that's why. These niggas full or whatnot. But it like with the love language thing, and even with back to Stylez' inquiry over here.
I know because his own posture didn't change.
I totally understand your sentiment. The one that I think, and it's you're you, and we're not gonna try to change you or whatever, is in terms of compromise, right? And something I think that Sai was alluding to. When it comes to compromise, I now in my relationship don't look at compromise as it's taking away from me and I can't do it. I look at it as if we're going on a trip or whatever and I might just only have a carry-on and she has a full suitcase, I might put a couple of extra of my sneakers in her bag because it's getting checked so I can fit there. You get what I'm saying? But I'll carry all the toiletries because I know I'm gonna go through TSA. You see what I'm saying? It's like we can compromise with certain things. Like if we don't have it, if you forgot your toothbrush, then you know what? I have to walk down to the convenience in the hotel and get it for you. Like I'm not gonna be like, damn, you forgot your fucking toothbrush. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like so. There are things that you can and can't compromise on. I'm not like now in my life. I'm not gonna compromise on who I am.
That's why I said those.
No, but I was just speaking. I was just saying this in general. Like, all right, you meet people, right? Mm-hmm. You can't expect someone off the back to be exactly what you're looking for and how they are. Some things and some traits of people you have to compromise. Just like, all right, this is not that big of a deal, but it's cool. One, you can deal with it, and two, I could deal with it to help it get better into what I like. And that's fine to have that walk into that situation like that. Mm-hmm. No, because nobody's perfect. Somebody gotta be as perfect for you.
See, that's what I'm saying, because I think it comes off crazier if it's understood. It's the fact that when you meet somebody, I'm cool. I'm big on like, yo, if it don't work, it don't. Like I have my motto. I say I ain't everybody's cup of tea. But
maybe why the reason it's not working because you're not opening up or want to compromise something that's small.
That's fine. But
that's not fine.
No, it is fine because somebody. No, I'm not missing out because if everybody says everything happens for a reason. So if I'm the way that I am, is a reason. So if I'm missing out, I'm not missing out besides what's meant for me. So why is it so now because I choose to be not fight against myself is that I'm missing out.
All right.
Because if you're telling me that you like fishing, right?
What he's saying is like, open up the net a little bit. You understand? I understand you don't want to change who you are personally, and I'm with you 100%. I would never change who I am in any situation. But open up the net a little bit. See if it's worth catching. The fish is worth catching.
Go to a buffet.
You understand? Yeah. I mean, it sounds like you already got it. You're just picking and choosing what you want to eat.
The thing is that
no pun intended.
My personality comes off as closed, but at the end of the day, most of the time, I know people more than they know me. So the reality is I'm not really closed because I'm sitting back and I'm getting to know the person. A lot of times, people think they know what anybody could walk up to me and tell me. You know, I'm a producer. You know, I got a podcast. You know what I do for work. You know, I have children. Who wouldn't know that in a sense?
Somebody who don't know you.
But then if you're getting to know me, those are the first conversations. It's not hard to get those things out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's easy.
Now, all right. So on the flip side, I can see, like you said, you can be a quiet, non-talkative person. Mm-hmm. Right? Now for someone else, they're a talkative person and like want to engage in certain conversations, and off the rip, like your first impression or posture to them is not giving that to them. And you don't feel like that's being difficult. Like,
I ain't for you then.
No, I'm saying it's a bit confusing for them. Like, yo, I'm not getting through to this guy and I'm not doing nothing wrong. It's just like, he just like this. And it's like, some people like say, well, it's not for them. But it's like, somebody else is like, yo, why is he hard to deal with? Why can't open like yourself? It's a little bit. I'm not asking for you to change who you are. Just open. There'll be purpose of getting to know each other. So in part of getting to know each other, you might open up a little bit more than usual, and that's how you determine if it's really for you or not.
The reason why I don't do that, because down the line you start coming back, but you used to do this because it wasn't me. You used to do that, but all of a sudden you stop because it wasn't me. But, so I'd rather just be who I am. At the end of the day, I'm giving you the real you. I'm giving you the real me. It's honestly, if you don't like it, at least you ain't know you got sabotaged at a line and sit there and say, damn, nigga, you wasn't doing that in the beginning. I gave you me. Compared to what people like to do, like dudes tend to do, I'm about her flowers, I'm about this, I'm gonna do that. The next thing you know, damn, flowers always die. I ain't buying them shits. I ain't doing that because you was trying to get the cheeks. But then, the same thing happens on the other side too, where women, it's not even a man thing, it's everybody does it. Like, thing, yeah. You do all these type of things, like you said, you're being touchy and feely and all that stuff at the time. But then it's just like, that was probably because of what you liked. But then it's not that wasn't her. Mm-hmm. But then that was what you said. I put the two bags.
That's why I put together with her love language. So I don't think her love language is physical touch.
It's definitely not. Her love language is not physical touch.
So now what happens now? So what happens now when you find out other love language is not that? You just accept like, all right, I'm just not going to get that from this person, and it's me.
You gotta talk about it.
Me personally,
yeah, you gotta talk about it.
I just give her a reminder. Remember, this is what I like, and
all right, now
I catch myself reminding Tia like often, like, bro, like I'm reminding you.
All right, cool. Right there, stop. Now, with that, how you said he do that? You won't compromise something like that with someone?
But that's further in the relationship. Cause at that point, then I already laid that out. I'm putting that out from the get-go anyway.
Stone Cold Styles.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's not really stone. No, I am stone cold. I ain't lie. It's just the fact that it is that. I realize even in past episodes we talk about me being cold or me being ruthless.
I never said that about
I mean, not you, but just it's coming out. Shit. But then at the same time too, people that really know me, which I know me, you know, I'm probably the most coolest person you know, regardless of the fact. And how you know me is how you know me until I get comfortable with you.
None of us say got a coochie to give up to you.
Yeah, but that's all in the difference. You still people at the end of the day. You still blood, you still bleed, you still do whatever, you still got feelings. The only thing that's separating that situation is sex. Okay, cool. But even then, like, all right, cool, yeah, we have sex, but then I'm still Chris. I'm still who I am. So it doesn't change anything. But the reality of it for me is the way I move is because I'm just trying to give you the real me. So you can't sit there and say that this nigga came out of nowhere. At least Shorty can't come say, I didn't know you gave me Russell, now you Future. I never thought I gave you me. Like you didn't know. So if you moving out around and like I didn't expect this from you, that it's honestly because you don't know me. And that's the big thing I come down to is just like I'm cool. You guys see me here. My conversation, I do that all the time. This, on the show, I'm the same way off. That's how I communicate, that's how I talk. But then at the same time, it's like, get to know me. And stop trying to worry about me compromising. Get to know me first. And then like, all right, cool. This is not what Chris is not going to do. This is what he's going to do. And I get that with the same way with dating somebody or dealing with somebody.
You took the time out to like get to know that person.
Yeah, I'm fine because it's certain things I know if I don't like it, I'm not going to sit there and be like, yo, change it. Because there's a guy out there that likes that. We all sitting here the same thing without that girl's talking about a man that's like she's building up a person. I don't want that woman. I'm not going to sit there, be with you and sit there and say, damn, I need her to compromise that. Guess what? I'm going to leave you alone. There's a man out there that's for you. People love saying there's somebody.
Down the block.
Yeah. Everybody keeps saying there's somebody for everybody until somebody knows that there's somebody and stay that's somebody they are. All of a sudden now they start saying, why don't you open up? No. Why don't you just be you? I tell anybody that go through something rough, sit with yourself for a moment. Because a lot of times people go through situations. That's why niggas be killing themselves after a relationship going. Because what they do, they lost themselves in that relationship. They don't know who they are because they compromise themselves so much. There's nothing wrong with compromising, like I said, with your time and space, but you are who you are at the end of the day. No matter how you want to flip it. But you ain't your job. You ain't the sneakers on your feet. You ain't the money in your pocket. You ain't anything. But then you're still Chris at the end of the day. Fuck the money, fuck the clothes. You turn around and wearing Bugle Boy jeans, some dumb shit, whatever. You're still Chris, exactly. But you're still Chris. I know Chris. Them clothes don't represent anything at the end of the day. The thing that you have don't represent nothing. So,
whether you had hair today or no hair tomorrow,
but then think about it. What happens every time people be in a relationship? A lot of things that people sit there and say, you ain't the person that I met. Because the person that you met was frauding at a lot of times. Because you was compromising yourself to be what that person wanted you to be.
And also, people grow. People grow.
There's nothing wrong with growth, but growth isn't compromising.
Yeah.
Growth is just growth. That's all it is. And then sometimes you do outgrow somebody, but then at the same time too, that's not compromising either.
The thing I look about it with growth, right, is when you plant a lemon seed, right, it's a lemon. Now it's grown into a lemon tree.
And it gives you a bunch of
So now, right, you're going to get, well, I'm just saying, like, that thing, when you grow, you're not changing who you are, right? In the essence of the main thing, right? You started as a seedling, you grew into a plant, now you're a tree. Mm-hmm. So at the very root of that, you're still who you were, and you're just evolving.
Because I've been in a scenario where somebody would tell me, like, oh, you let your past change you. But I'm like, who's to say the past didn't change me already? Like, it made me something that I wasn't probably on the verge of being. Like me being single, I found more of myself than I was with somebody.
What could have changed me besides my past? I could only change after I've been through something.
Yeah, but the thing is sometimes, what tends to happen with people, and this is out of relationship, even your friends tend to do, like what we was talking about in the other episode, where it's just like, yo, you see a dude, he's doing this thing, he in school, oh, he a lame. You changing that kid's trajectory in this stuff that he's saying, oh, I'm going to start fucking up in school because I don't want to be not cool. So then what's wrong with him just being, why he has a compromised personality being a bookworm in a sense, then it is because of the fact that he ain't what you wanted him to be because it's what you are. But that's what people tend to do in relationships.
Listen, he gonna find himself a dope-ass librarian, have a bunch of smart-ass babies.
And then, more power to that person, that person, period.
So just to wrap it up this week, right? Daddy tips of the week. Who got something?
I got something. I'm going to go and
hold on.
I made about me. I want to be in and out right now.
Hold on. To be fair, we definitely started a whole Spanish Inquisition on him, but it's all right.
Yeah, and I don't know why y'all like doing that to me. I don't know why y'all act like I'm some case study or something.
Nah,
I'm a little ruthless. I'm a little bit of an asshole, but I got a good heart.
You do.
Yeah, whatever.
Bro, you're a good guy.
We're just trying to figure out. We're just trying to get some DMs in your.
I ain't worried about that.
Yo, slide his DMs, B.
Nah, yeah.
Slide, get the slider, man.
Word.
See what he about. Break. Somebody come break him down.
Nah, I don't gotta break him down.
That ain't happening.
Somebody come love this man. He looking for style with some love. You want some look for love?
Nah, I love myself, man. Too
So
much.
what's that tip of the week?
Yo, be you, and be you all the way. And honestly, like, and I mean that. Like, yeah, if your way of compromising is your thing, but be you. Know when you sleep at the end of the night and you wake up in the morning, look in the mirror that you are who you wanted to be. Like, not anything else. As a child, adult, teenager, because we tend to have a bad habit of allowing other people to change our trajectory based on what's going on with themselves. And why I say about compromise is because the only time people want you to compromise their personality because they don't fit in their world. But whatever way, if you have to compromise yourself for yourself, yo, do that shit every time, 100 times over if you have to. But don't ever lose yourself trying to be for somebody else.
I think Eminem said that.
Yeah.
So don't lose yourself.
In the moment.
Yeah. Whatever them
Only
bars.
get one
got-
shot.
You got something, Steve?
Yeah, my dad and tip is to not stress about things that are already out of your control. No, you wasn't.
So I did say that he was gonna say that too, right before the show.
did he
He
say
definitely
that?
did. When he was back there talking, he definitely said that shit.
You got it now.
He must have heard us when he was talking about it.
eavesdropping.
Yeah, he was.
It's all
He said
good.
that?
Yeah, it's all good. Go ahead, Steve.
And
You got it.
grandmas think alike.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, so
Maybe.
this is just based off of a conversation that I was having with Tia. I guess I forgot what happened, but she was like, "Leonard, bother." I'm like, "Yo, right now it's out of your control. Whether you like, there's nothing you can do to fix it. So what's the point of stressing over it?" And that's just my mentality. If it's something that's already done and there's like no way I could fix it, I'm not stressing over it. It's just like you're just causing yourself stress. Stress equals strokes, and I'm not trying to have a stroke.
You're trying to give strokes.
Yes, trying to give strokes, ain't trying to have a stroke. I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. For real. So just don't stress over stuff that is out of your control.
Bet. That's one.
That's nice. I got it.
You gotta get another one.
Sort of what we talked about in terms of listening, right? What's kind of what Stylez was saying pretty much the entire episode, right? I think another key part of listening, and it's just more specifically for me with the kids, right, is asking the right questions. Like, I don't ask my daughter, how was school today? I know she's gonna say good or fine. It's like, what did you do in school today? And then when they ask me certain things, like ask me follow-up questions. Like my son, shout out to him, just turned 2. So now like he's doing, I mean, of course, kids are gonna keep doing more different things or whatever. So now when he wants certain things or he's trying to explain what he wants, but he doesn't know what that thing is called, asking him questions like, okay, is it for food? No. Is it to play? No. Like, okay, so you figuring it out. Like, is it a cup? He's like, yes. Okay, you want something to drink? Yes. Okay, what do you want to drink? And then he can tell you what he wants. So just as much as you want to listen, ask those follow-up questions so you can understand.
Man, that was.
Take us home, sorry, with this last dad tip.
Nah,
of the
I
week.
mean, I don't think it's a tip. I'm about to just talk some bullshit, really.
Go ahead, man.
People always like claim love at first sight, right? But how is a love at first sight when love is blind?
I'm going home. That seat right there. You don't even have to say nothing after that, bro. That's it. Yo, thank you guys for watching the show.
Yo, happy
Listen,
birthday again to
it's always a
Steph and
pleasure.
Jax. We love y'all. I hope.
Yo, appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Peace.
Next episode coming up. Peace. Yeah, that's it. Well, I'm done.